Hello everyone, welcome again to our YouTube channel IELTS by Neil. Today we will discuss one of the very common questions in IELTS writing task 1 in academic section, that is line graph. You must have heard about line graph, bar graph and different type of questions. Okay, today we will discuss in detail what are line graphs and how to do it, right? So to begin with, let's see what we will learn today. So today we will learn first of all what is a line graph, how to do analysis, like how to read those line graphs, okay, and how to plan a line graph, how to do the planning, okay, what is the structure, how to write each body part like introduction, overall statement, first body and second body paragraph, right? And we will take an example to explain it in a better way, right? So I'll try my best to explain you in the best way possible. If you still have any questions, please do let me know in the comment section below. All right, without any further delay, let's begin our today's lesson. First of all, let's start with what is a line graph. So as you can see, this is a basic graph, right? Normally this is a graph, and when the data is given in the form of lines like this here, okay, maybe going up and down like that, okay, so this is called line graph, right? Or there's another thing that is called bar graph. Now what is a bar graph? And this is a basic graph, and when the data is given in the form of bars like that, okay, that is called bar graph. So today we're not going to worry about the bar graph, we'll do a complete class about the line graph, okay? So let's begin with the structure. IELTS task 1 have the same structure for all the types of questions. So similarly for this one, introduction will have the paraphrase, okay, so we'll paraphrase the question here in the introduction, and overall statement will have the overview or the general features or overview, okay, of line graph. Now first body paragraph and second body paragraph, these both will have the detailed information, okay, of what's happening or about the data of the line graph, right? Now to explain it in a better way, let's take an example. So today we will take this example now. So this is the line graph, and if you read the question here, so this line chart provides a detailed information about the residents living in Australia in millions from different regions. So this is the population data in millions. All these color coded things are the data. For example, this first one is telling us about the total, which is this one, total population, okay? And the red one is giving us the data about the UK, means how much UK residents were living in Australia. The blue one is Asian, this Asian population, okay, this blue one, and finishing here. And the green one is the others from here to here, right? Now what's more important is that you should be able to identify the general changes and the detailed changes, so that in general changes you can write in the overall statement and detailed changes you can write in the body paragraphs. Now general changes, or you can say general trends, let's find out the general trends. So generally if you have a look here, let's find out what's increasing or decreasing. So if you look at the UK, this one, it's going down from beginning until the end, right? And if you look at this others, the green one, it's decreased a little bit and then increased and then decreased, but overall it has increased from the beginning point, okay? So in the detailed information, or in the overall statement, we will not say that others decreased and then increased then decreased. So this is kind of a detailed information, so we don't have to provide that much detail in the overall statement, okay? So we're looking for general trends. So general trends is UK is decreasing, and others population have increased. You can say after some fluctuations, you can say, okay, there's no problem with that. And the Asian population have also increased continuously from here to here, okay? And the total has always been the highest, which is there from, you can say it's in between, around 23 it started, and lowest point was 19, and then again the highest was 25, okay? So this is how you read this map, read this bar graph, you read this line graph, okay? So let's put in writing the general trends and the detailed information. This is what we're going to do the planning now. So in the planning section, what we do is we will talk about what are the general trends, what is the detailed information. So if we talk about general trend, these are the two general trends. Like UK had a steep decline, which is from here to here, okay? And Asia and other regions, population increase along with the total population. Now, Asian and this one others, it has increased along with the total. Total has also increased from the starting point, okay? So these are the general trends, right? Now, coming on to the detailed information, let's have a look. So the first one is UK had around 14 million population, which declined steadily. Now, this is the UK. This is around 14. Okay, that's correct. Which declined steadily. That's correct. And reached 10 million. This one here, from where it further went down to 5 by 2011. From where it further went down to 5 by 2011. Okay, so we have finished the UK. Okay, now moving on to the Asian population. This blue one is saying it reached 6 to 9. This is 9 here. Okay, until 1991. That is correct. Where it crossed UK means UK, the red one, is crossed at 9 in 1991, okay, and showed a further inclination by reaching 15 in 2011. Now the blue one, it further inclined and reached 15 in 2001, which is true, okay. So UK is done, Asian is done. Now we're left with others and the total. Okay, let's have a look at others. Others displayed an erratic, I've used the adjective here, okay, decline from around 11 to 8. Around 11 to 8. Somewhere here. Now 1976 to 1986 is one decade, okay? In the first decade, that's true. Later showed a gradual increase and reached approximately 14 before. Now later showed a gradual increase and reached approximately 14 before taking a minute dip. Minute means small dip by 2011. That is true. Okay. So this is how you have to explain the line graph. Simply you just have to follow the line and just have to keep saying that it's going up or going down or staying constant, okay? And if it's going up, then how it is going up. Is it like sharp increase, gradual increase, or slow increase? Okay, so one by one we have to do it. So you just have to start from the beginning and you have to keep going, like decreasing, increasing, further increasing until here, okay? So whenever you get a line graph, start from the beginning and finish at the end, okay? And just keep explaining what's happening in between, all right? I hope the line graph is getting clear to you, okay? If you still have any questions, please do let me in the comment section below. Now we're gonna write the complete task 1 of this line graph, okay? So let's start with the introduction. So this is the question statement, okay? This one here, and this is the paraphrase that I've done. The line chart compares the figures of residents from the UK, Asia, and others living in Australia in millions from 1976 to 2011. Okay, very simple, straightforward. Okay, I've not used any difficult or typical sentence here. Okay, all right, moving on to the overall statement. Now, overall statement, as I told you, they are the general trends that you have to mention. Okay, at least two of them. Now it's saying it is readily apparent from an overall perspective that people from UK experienced a steep decline, means from here to here, it's a steep decline, that's true. Whereas there was a rise among others and Asians. Now from others and Asians, there was a rise, which is true. Okay, so these are the general trends. I've not, mentioned any value. I've not given any specific data about any particular region. Okay, I've just given the basic trends or the general trends. Now, in the body paragraph, you have to write the detailed information covering all the data. Okay. Now, as you can see, body paragraph, you also have to divide the information. For example, two of these, you can talk about one body paragraph, and remaining two, you can talk about the second body paragraph. Okay. So let's have a look at the first body paragraph. So this is the first one. So initially, individuals from the UK, so I've covered UK in here, began the period leading all the demographics at nearly 14. million before a gradual fall to 10 million by 1986. Means from here until 1986 at 10, okay, this happened in UK. So I've just explained that it started from around 14 and reached at 10 millions in 1986, right? After that, I've started talking about Asia. In contrast, Asian residents grew steadily from just over 6 to 9 millions by 1991. Now, this is Asia, grew over steadily, around 6, which is true, to 9, which is this one, okay, by 1991. That is true. Now, overtaking the UK in that year, which is true because the red one is coming down and the Asia, which is blue one, is going up, okay, and continue this upward trajectory from this direction in this direction here to finish with a final surge to 15 million in 2011. To finish with a final surge means final increased to 15 million in 2011, okay. So what I've done, I've started from here, then I've mentioned something in between, and then I finished at the finishing point, right? So this is how you have to do. Now, remember, we only mentioned about the UK until 1986. Now, the last sentence here saying the UK had fallen 5 million in the same year. So from 10 to 5 in the same year, this one here, right? Because in the last sentence we talked about this year. Okay, so we have done with the UK and Asia. Now let's move on to the others and total. So if you have a look at this one, on the other hand, others displayed a more erratic trend with initial figures at 11 million. Okay, this is green one, others. Initial figures at around 11 million, a moderate decline to 8 millions by 1986. Now from here to moderate decline to 8 millions in 1986. Okay, a consistent rise to 14 millions by 2006, a consistent rise to 14 million in 2006, which is true, and a slight pullback to 13 million here in 2011, right? Okay, now this is done. Now we're left with the total. The total number remained between 19 and 25 million throughout the period. 19 and 25 means this is the lowest, this is the highest. So 25 is the highest, 19 is the lowest, right? With a low point in 1996, which is this one, and a peak in 2011, which is this one. Okay, so with a line graph, again, I'm explaining that you just have to take one line, okay, and start explaining it from the beginning and keep telling what's happening. If it's going down, just say keep declining. If it's going up, just keep increasing, okay, and go until the finishing point. Then pick another line, start explaining it and finish the finishing point, right? This is the simple and easy process to do a line graph, okay. If you still have any questions, okay, please let us know in the comment sections below. And if you would like us to cover any topic for the IELTS, please let us know. I hope you have understood this line graph. Please subscribe to your YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your time.